Welcome to this. What do they call it again? It was no
The
lights, no
podcast.
camera. Yeah, no lights, no camera. All action, all action with my boy Zach right here. Um, this is still new. I feel like my intro needs a little bit of work, but so far it doesn't seem like I'm like saying anything crazy um, or like stuttering too much, which is something I never really thought I had to worry about. Like doing the intro, I was like, okay, you know what, dude, I'm gonna hit record and then just hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to today's episode or listening to today's episode of No Lights, No Camera, All Action with your host, Mike Tango, and your special guest today, Zach. Hello. That was actually not too bad.
Oh,
I
hi.
might just,
That was good.
I might just cut that. I might just cut that, and then
Damn.
like, I might cut that actually, dude. Hold on. Let me just write this down. Okay, right? Okay, cut this out. But what's up, man? What's up? How's it going? How's it going? Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me. It's
Yeah.
going good. How about yourself?
Uh,
This
good,
new
good.
endeavor
Yeah,
of
this new
yours.
endeavor, yeah, for sure. It's gonna take some getting used to, some like editing and like trying to figure out a couple things to here and there. But I have a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun talking with people, and I have a lot of fun when people who are also who I'm talking to are also like talking to people. So, um, yeah. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell people who don't know you, like what's going on with you. What's happening in your realm.
Man, lots, I guess. I used to go
Yeah.
by Sorta Zach. Before
Mhm.
that was Zach the Music Man. Back to Zach the Music Man. Uh, Now I'm focusing on my kind of my business that I'm building, which is all like design work.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Lots of stuff. I was out in Costa Rica for a while.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's
I
been
remember.
wild.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. How long were you there for anyway?
I was there for 6 months, give or take.
Oh, nice. And so, how long did it take you? Well, I don't know if you ever got used to the change in like the culture or the change in all that. Like, how long did it take you to get used to like the change?
Oh man. Well, I mean, I was kind of bouncing around quite a bit, so I
Right.
don't think I ever
You didn't get
really got
used to
used to
it.
it.
Mm-hmm.
I've never. It was weird because when I got back to Canada, I was like, I'm actually really thankful to be in Canada right now.
I'm never leaving.
uh, Yeah. Well, my mistake wasn't really a mistake. I wanted
Right.
to go down and learn Spanish, even though I didn't
Right.
really know that much Spanish.
Right. You could
And
Duolingo. You could have just been like, I'm gonna learn Spanish. You know what? I'm gonna go to a different country. I'm gonna learn a different language, and then it's like, yeah,
man, it was tough. When you don't
I
know how
bet.
to say anything and you go to a grocery store and they just
Mhm.
look like at you like you're an idiot, it's a tough time.
I,
But that was good.
yeah, I
I
feel
learned some
like
Spanish.
I think people just look at me like an idiot just in general. They're just like, what is it with this guy? What's going on with this guy? Like nothing to do with
Uh,
how I speak or anything. They're just like, what is it? Because it's like when I'm reading signs, I read them briefly, and it's like, okay, I'm looking for like at the grocery store. I'm looking for toothpaste. All right, toothpaste, and then it's like, okay, chips. I was like, okay, I kind of want chips. And then I go, and I'm like, I'm at the chip aisle. I'm like, do you guys know where the toothpaste are? And it's like, right, you were just looking at the signs. Like, oh, yeah, my fault. But yeah, no. So it took you. I mean, so you didn't really get used to it. So how much Spanish did you learn?
I would say I could probably survive in any Spanish speaking country except maybe Spain. I imagine
Oh,
their Spanish is different than like Central America.
sí, sí, la verdad que sí.
So
Es un poco diferente, la verdad. Imagine if I just switched it up on you, dude. I just started asking you questions.
you know what the
Bienvenido,
funny thing
Zach.
is?
Yeah.
Like I don't know about you, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like way easier to understand somebody speaking a language that you're learning than
Mm-hmm.
trying to speak it. Like I can consume it fine. It's speaking it back that's like really hard for some reason.
Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying. Because maybe the way your brain processes is it, processes it. How do you say it? Say processes it. Say it.
Processes.
Processes it. Maybe the way your brain processes it. Bro, why am I
Uh,
having such a hard time? I don't even think I can speak English, bro. What am I doing? What am I
this
talking about?
this is one of those moments where like you say a word enough times and just
It makes
starts
no
sounding really
sense.
strange.
Yeah, it just starts melding into you. Yeah. I think it's maybe the way you process it is like faster, then you like can actually like interpret it, maybe, or maybe am I saying that
Hmm.
wrong? I don't know. I feel like
I
when you
think that
hear
makes
it,
sense.
like it makes sense to you, like sort of like instinct, kind of like you're just okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then when you try to like say it, it's difficult. Or it's like trying to understand something, right? You're just like, okay, I understand it, but then I have to like interpret it, I guess. And
Yeah.
then
How
spend
many
time with it.
languages do you speak, Mike?
I could, I only know two. Well, only know two fluently, which is English and Espanol. Michael and Espanol. And then
Oh, damn.
I understand some. I think just because I speak Spanish, it's just you understand like Portuguese a little bit of uh, um, Italian, like a tiny bit, and then I mean,
Mm.
but I think a lot of people understand like just little bits of French. So it's like un peu. I think it's like a little bit, like you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying. And then so that means poquito. I mean, what I like reference it is like poquito, which is a little bit, and then
Hmm.
poco, and so anyway, yeah. But there's some words that I can understand in like in Italian, Portuguese. Uh, Maybe some other
Nice.
languages here and there, but yeah, just two in general. Um, yeah.
I mean,
What
that's
about you?
pretty good.
Just English? I mean, do you know any French, by the way? Since you're, I mean, Canada?
Because I'm Canadian. Most Canadians don't know that much French,
Okay,
unless
a
you're
little
coming
bit.
out of Quebec.
Yeah.
We know a little bit, un petit peu, you know, like
Oh shit!
um,
Oh, that was
that's
nice.
we know what probably like a 5-year-old might be able to speak in French.
Yeah.
Probably less than that even.
I think better than a
Maybe a
lot of people
2-year-old.
though. Like I think yeah. I don't know where I feel like that conception comes from, like being like where from like because of from where like
Well,
uh,
I mean, French is technically Canada's second language. Like, it is an
hmm,
official language of Canada.
right.
But I feel like there's probably more people in the States that speak Spanish than there's Canada that speak French.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, that actually does make sense. I mean, yeah, especially where I live here, there's a lot of like, even here, I feel like yeah, the population that knows Spanish, I think, might be bigger than like a lot of uh, people in Canada that know French. Um, that's it's a little statistic I just came up out of nowhere, so you can deal with that with however you like. But yeah, no, you.
Could be
So
totally false.
completely, dude. Everything that I say here, I will not be held accountable for. By the way, I
Yeah.
will not. I've already said it.
Is-
I say it on stream, and I'll say it here. I'll say it everywhere. I'll say it everywhere I go. Anything that I say, I will not be held accountable for because I don't want to be. As simple as that. I feel like it's simple. Like life is simple. Keep it simple. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
But
not sure that's how that works.
maybe not. Who knows? We'll figure.
Like,
Maybe
I'm
we'll learn
pretty
as we go.
I'm pretty sure if you murder someone, you'll still go to jail, Mike, even if you don't want to be held accountable. Like, I
I
don't think that's how it works.
mean, if you get caught, that's not. See, that's the thing. You just get. I mean, if you get caught, but even then, you're innocent until proven guilty. So even then, you could still get away with it. Anyway, the point is, you had a blast in Costa Rica, yeah, or was it like kind of meh, or how do you feel about it? Be honest. Be honest.
You know what? The one thing, like, I really enjoyed Costa Rica.
Yeah.
There's a number of parts of it that like were difficult. Being there on my own for
Right.
so long was really hard.
Oh, I bet.
But I would recommend Costa Rica to anybody. The waterfalls,
Cool.
the like greeneries, the volcanoes, it's really cool stuff. Go surfing, which is really freaking hard. I'm too old to do that crap anymore, but like,
Yeah.
man, there's a lot of fun to be had out there.
Wait, did you?
What
So, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that the one thing that I would say that I wasn't expecting at all was how cold it would get up in the mountains. Like, I was pretty shocked. I thought that Costa Rica would be hot everywhere.
Oh, yeah, because of the elevation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's cool.
interesting.
Yeah, that is. I mean, that is cool. What about the change in culture? I feel like because I went to the Philippines and like that was a huge culture shock, and like a lot of the where I live and well, because I'm Mexican, right? I'm Mexican. I
Yeah.
grew up in a Mexican household. I grew up around a lot of Mexicans. So the cultures, I had two different cultures growing up. Was like your American culture, like and then also just Mexican culture. But then when I went to the Philippines, the culture they're so vastly different than what I experienced. I don't know if did you experience like culture shock when you went to the to Costa Rica?
I would say yes and no. I mean,
Mhm.
Costa Rica, like I've spent a lot of time in Mexico,
Mhm.
and some of that culture is definitely like brought over. Like Central America kind of has similar things, but I did notice quite a bit of difference between like Mediterranean and Costa Rica
Mhm.
and Mexico
Yeah.
as far as food goes. I think that the one thing that's always kind of funny is like how nice everybody is
Right.
everywhere you go.
Mhm.
I thought it would feel more dangerous, but for the most part, no. It's a lot of fun. The fact that everybody like what they celebrate is totally different.
Mhm.
Um, like in Costa Rica, they don't really celebrate Halloween or Christmas, and I thought that was kind of interesting.
No, they don't
But
celebrate like really Christmas. They don't really celebrate it.
not really.
Like I
Like,
should know
not as
this.
far as I could tell. I mean, to be fair, my experience is not the typical experience.
Yeah.
Like, I spent a bunch of time in, part of, like, San Jose and just try to, like, live in the, middle class of, like, city life in Costa Rica,
Yeah.
and then went up and lived in the mountains for a little while, and then kind of, like, from there, I went and did a little bit of the touristy stuff, but I wanted to get more of, like, the culture, and it was different, but it was yeah, I don't know how to put it. It's like I felt like I was living in somewhere like Miami or something, but maybe a little bit more rundown with like, there's tin roofs and
Yeah.
stuff like that around as well. But
Right. 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 Yeah. Because I mean, I could relate for sure. Because it's like I went to. I could relate. No, I feel like. Let me. All right. Enough about you. Okay. Let me talk about my experience.
yeah, go for it.
No,
I'm curious.
no, because I went to the Philippines, and the culture there was so welcoming. Everyone was so nice. I felt like dude. I swear, it felt like a home, man. It felt so amazing because like the people were amazing, the food was delicious, the scenery was just amazing. Everything about it was just like wonderful. And like the place that I did stay was in Manila, and there's like parts of it that were pretty run down. There were like parts of it that I was like, damn, that sucks. Like I wish I could, it's like part of me's like I wish I could help as much as I can, but it's like
Mhm.
like I took the little what are they called? See, that's my problem is I forget stuff. The freaking the little freaking buggy things. I forget what they're called, dude. But they like you can
Oh yeah.
customize them. People have them customized. And so that was like one of my favorite parts was like watching the man. What the fuck is that thing called? What's it for?
the tricycle.
They did have tricycles.
Motorized tricycle.
They had one of those, but they had another one where it's like people just they paid like quarters, they paid like cents to get on and then to get dropped off, and that was like one of my favorite parts because people could customize it and like and it was like just like a way people could express their selves and while making money. So but
Mhm.
it wasn't too difficult to maneuver around, and the places that I do want to still visit is are why how am I forgetting these names, dude? What is what are they called? I have Google, but you know what? I don't care. The whole point of it
Is it
is they we're away like like me and you were pretending like we're like nowhere near internet. I'm not even gonna look it up. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do it the old fashioned way. Okay, remembering.
yeah.
Um,
It's
damn,
like we're
dude.
hanging out by a campfire or
Bro,
something
yeah,
right now,
exactly. You know what I'm saying? And you got your guitar, bro.
Excellent.
And I'm practicing how to sing. But
There you go.
I feel like I'm gonna remember the names like later today. Like maybe in like a couple maybe like in like a couple minutes. I'm gonna remember. I'm like, oh, that's what they're called. But
Was it in the Philippines, these places?
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
on the different islands?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
The different islands. There's like beaches. And I really wanted to go to those, but they're like super famous. Damn. I forgot. Anyway, the point is, yeah, the culture there was it was. I had a huge culture shock because I was like, oh my god, there's like an insane like atmosphere, like at night and then also during the day, and like everyone was super nice and everyone was super welcoming. I don't know if it had to do with the fact that I was like a foreigner or like because they would confuse me as like a Filipino, but when they found out,
Mhm.
but it's like they would ask me in Tagalog. They would speak to me and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't speak Tagalog. And then they would be like, oh, sorry, sorry, sorry. Then they would talk to me about stuff, and then they would tell me about whatever it is I was there for, and then I'd be like, oh, that's fantastic, thank you. And so They were all super, super nice, and I had such a blast, and I really want to go back. Hopefully, I go back soon because I miss it. I miss it very dearly. So, but yeah, that was my experience. So that's why I was asking for the culture shock because I had a huge culture shock. I wasn't expecting them to be that different from like and from what I've experienced like here. Like, but it was vastly different. Super nice and just very welcoming and just super helpful. Super helpful. Like no matter where I was and if I looked lost, if I needed help, people would be like, "Oh yeah, let me help you out." Like, "Oh, thank you, I appreciate it." But yeah, I went there for 2 weeks and it was marvelous. I want to go back.
That's awesome. You see,
Yeah.
I'm really curious about this because I feel like every time I've traveled anywhere,
Hmm.
people are so much nicer than I expect them to be. Not that I'm expecting people to be like total dicks, but
Yeah.
like, like walking down the street if I'm lost, like I was in Santo Domingo in the Dominican, which is like supposedly a very dangerous city. Well, I mean, it is a very dangerous city.
Yeah.
There's lots of places I wasn't
Statistically.
gonna go while I was there. Yeah. But like
Yeah.
in the certain areas that I was staying in, I could like walk up to just about anybody and be like, "Hey,
Mhm.
like, could you help me point me in the right direction or whatever?"
Right.
And people were always super nice and super
Yeah.
friendly.
Imagine if you're just like walking down the street, somebody looks at you, he's like, "Hey, are you from here?" It's like, "Oh no, actually I moved." And they just like grab rocks and start throwing shit at you. Get out of here! Oh no, so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh no, and then like and
Uh,
they said like, "Hey, so you probably don't want to go over here, guys." Like, just start throwing rocks at me because I wasn't from here. But
well,
yeah, no. Mm.
yeah, I was so lucky in Santo Domingo because I made a friend like my second day there.
Mm.
And she literally was like, "Okay, these are the places that you are allowed to go. These are the places you're not allowed to go."
Right.
And it's mainly because I'm a white dude, right?
Right.
Like,
Fair.
and in Santo Domingo, I was literally the only white dude in the
Yeah.
area that I was staying in.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, no, it's pretty entertaining. It's pretty
Uh,
funny.
that's good. I mean, I feel like yeah, having a positive experience is for sure like something that you want to share. Like, I mean, negative too, but like when it's positive, you feel nicer about it, and you reminisce and you have a good time. So that's
Mhm.
good. Did you by any chance happen to go to like any bars or anything like that, or any karaoke areas, or is that like a big thing there?
I didn't do the karaoke. I have no idea if karaoke is a big thing.
Yeah.
I did go to a couple of bars. I did
Cool.
go to a couple of places,
Hmm.
and man, the city life there is so different.
Right.
I guess going to your culture, like going down the main streets in like San Jose, is just bonkers. I've never seen anything like it, except for like the Pride Parade here in Toronto. Like
Mm.
that's the only thing even close to it. But yeah, it's just busy all day, every day.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is. I mean, do you think it has to do with the fact that like people can spend more money as opposed to like here in the States where it's like a beer is like $12, $14. And then you want to buy an alcohol, you want to buy like a mixed drink, it's like $30. It's like fuck. Like how am I supposed to get like I'm supposed to get drunk before I gotta hit up like the liquor store before I go to the club. Like fuck, it's crazy.
Well, I
Mm,
think that the whole culture is different in the sense that like I don't know if you experience this as well, but
mm,
uh, people are drinking younger and they're drinking together
right,
and they're
right.
drinking like earlier in the day and it's just like a whole party all the
Earlier
way
in
into the
the
evening.
day.
Well, yeah, because it's like people. It's like right after work, they're drinking like and hanging out with their family, and
Right.
it's all outside. Like everyone's outside all the
Yeah.
time. Like, here there's seasons and, like,
Right.
nobody wants to be outside in the cold, and
Yeah.
then, like you said, paying for beer and liquor is, like, super expensive,
Expensive.
and down there, it's cheap, so
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, what I experienced there, it's super cheap. It's super cheap. Very affordable.
Mhm.
And the karaoke scene, it was like there was like karaoke machines like inside the mall, so that you could just walk around like going to. And they have some here, but not like there. Not like
That's
in the
cool.
Philippines. They have like it was like in every floor there was like 3 or 4 karaoke machines like every like 15-20 feet. And even in the arcades there was like karaoke machines because it's so huge. It's such a huge like pastime in the Philippines. And I love you know I love karaoke. Right? Maybe people who
Yeah.
listen to me don't love it as much, and that's okay. You know what? I'm not singing for them. I'm singing for me. No, but I have such a huge admiration for them because they love to sing. They just want to sing, and a lot of them know how to sing really well. So yeah, karaoke was absolutely a huge thing that they had there in the Philippines, and I was happy that they do, because it feels like it honestly, it feels like it was made for me, man. Because they celebrate like they celebrate Christmas in like fucking September. That should
Hmm.
last for like 3 months. And dude, I
Damn.
my favorite is Christmas, man. Look, as soon as Mariah comes on, dude, I'm like, oh yeah, it's that time. It's that time, dude. Like it's that time. I'll watch like the Grinch movies, like old like 80s movies, like the animated ones.
Wait,
And
they don't
like
get snow in the Philippines, do they?
I don't know. I really wanted to go this year for. I'm not sure. I really wanted to go this year for Christmas. That was like one of the biggest things that I really wanted to go for this year. But
Yeah.
definitely still on my bucket list to go during Christmas, because I love I love Christmas, man. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I
Yeah.
can go on about how much I love. Look, there's so many the Christmas carols, Christmas movies, the Christmas food, the clothes, the decorations, the reindeer, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and a very shiny. I love that shit. That's all me. I
Yeah.
love that, man. I don't know. How do you feel about Christmas? What do you think about Christmas?
You know what? Like, I don't know. I come from a family that really loves and celebrates Christmas
Right.
like intensely.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been kind of like, as long as it's snowing on Christmas, I'm happy. Like, I like the coziness of Christmas.
Yes,
I could
exactly.
I could give up a lot of the other stuff, but
Sure.
for me, like even last year when I was in Costa Rica for Christmas and I was like, I don't there's no snow. There's no I mean, it was still a little cozy, I had like a little fire and stuff, but um yeah, it's a very different vibe. And it's weird to me. I forget that some people have never seen snow or ever had like the white Christmas
Oh
experience,
yeah.
but I feel like that's a game changer.
Oh, for sure. Like Christmas, you wake up in the night, you see it starting to snow, and then you realize, like,
Mhm.
oh my god, it's like 1 in the morning. I have to go use the restroom, and then you see the tree, it's all lit up, and you see a couple of Christmas presents under the tree, and like, yeah, the coziness for sure. Cozy. I think that's like, yeah, for sure. That's one of my best, like one of the best aspects that I love about Christmas, the coziness, and like just like waking up, it's super cold, but you have all your blankets, you have like the pajamas on, they're super comfortable. And like, just what I really love is when I remember as a kid, where it's like, waking up, there's a house full of kids, Mexicans. That's what we do. We pack into one apartment with like fucking 30 of us. And like everyone's sleeping in the living room, but like it just I love those memories, because it's like a lot of it was like family. It was like family, like Fast and the Furious
Yeah.
family, you know, that kind of shit. Like
Yeah.
I really appreciated it, because that's something that I think it's hard for me to imagine my life without it. And so when I think of Christmas, I think of like the moments where I had like, the times growing up with my brothers or my mom and all that, and like seeing everyone just like get together, have some meals, just listening to music, watching some old school movies, like Christmas movies,
Mhm.
and yeah, and maybe seeing snow sometimes, because it snows in Texas, and I was there for like 7 years, and so some of the Christmases I remember, Christmas some of the Christmas
Christmas.
it's plural Christmas, plural Christmas I remember there being snow, and just having a good time, man. So that's I love Christmas so much. So that was like, I don't know how long of a rant that was. That was like 5 minute tangent
No,
on Christmas.
I very much so feel the same way. Like I come from like my parents have a lot of siblings,
Hmm.
and I'll go to like our grandparents' place, and there was like 20 of us with all the different aunts and uncles and kids and stuff, and it was just always like it was a bit of a shit show, but it was a fun shit show. There's a lot of
Yeah,
chaos.
yeah. There's beauty in chaos, what they say. Like,
Yeah,
oh, look
absolutely.
at me! It's coming up. Give me another quote. Let me think of another quote.
Philosophical
If
over
you
here.
love something, if you love something, let it go. Oh, see.
Oh,
Oh,
all right,
all right.
all
This is
right.
this is the segment where I get into some philosophy. I don't know if did I tell you that?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I don't think I don't think I explained it to you. That, yeah. There's a section where we're just gonna come up with sayings, and we're just gonna be giving our listeners some lovely wisdom and some philosophy. Like, if you use a toilet, remember to put the seat down. That's another one.
Ooh, that's a good
That's a
one.
good one,
That's a
right?
good words to live your life by that one.
I'm just saying it's helpful to everyone. Always put the seat down. I've learned that living with women, and yeah, that's just a nice thing to do. So yeah, you know what? Now we're talking about things that we should probably do as adults and as we're getting older. Put
As
the seat
adults.
down, okay? Put the seat down. You use the restroom. Put the seat down. Close it. And when you close it, flush. All right, don't flush with it open, please. Okay. And so yeah, so what give us an advice that we should all listen to as we're growing older.
Well, shit, I don't know if I can top like putting the seat down. Like that's a golden piece of
All
advice
right,
right
you can
there.
repeat it. You can repeat it, but like in your own words.
uh, yeah. Let me think about that. Let me
Okay.
cook on that for a second. All right.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. I'll say another one.
Like I feel like there's got to be good tidbits of advice. I've gone through almost 30 years of life.
Yeah. I say have more than just one toilet roll paper like in your toilet, like in your bathroom. Have a little section
Oh,
in the sink where you can just pull some out, and that way you're not.
yeah,
Like,
that's true. That's
and
true.
also when you run out, because when you go into the restroom and you don't look at it and you're just like, you need to hurry, and you're like, I didn't even check to see if there's any toilet paper. Oh my fucking god, I'm stuck, dude. I'm stuck. And then you're like, you remember the tidbit of advice that I just said. Oh my god, I put more toilet paper rolls under the sink, and you check. Hopefully, it's like right there. And if it's not, you have to get up a little bit. You get up, but like you check under the sink, and it's right fucking there, and boom, your day is like immediately like 100 times better. You're like, oh my god, I just saved my pants. Like, it's so great, and I don't have to go outside the bathroom naked. Hopefully, if you have a guest over, they you can just tell them like, hey, yeah, if there's no toilet paper, you can check under the sink. That's a really good. That's another good piece of advice. I think. I don't know.
Okay, you should not ever be in a position. Okay, here's my piece of advice.
All right, there you go. See there, you cooked one up.
Yeah, make sure if you have a guest coming over, especially someone that you see as a potential future partner, make sure that there's lots of toilet roll paper on the toilet roll, and your bathroom is clean, and it smells fresh.
Absolutely.
Like your whole place doesn't have to be super clean, but your bedroom should be clean, and your bathroom should be clean.
Preach.
100%.
Exactly. Yes, sir. Amen. I'm talking about the Christmas spirit. Amen. That's great advice. I feel like when you have a clean trash can too, that's a really. I mean, just
yeah.
Like I feel like it's a good. But also towels, right?
True. Fresh towels. Oh yeah. I mean, if you want to like go the extra mile, if you have in-suite laundry, like throw it in the dryer right as you guys go into the bathroom. Go out of the shower just before she does. Take it out, give it to her. It's nice and warm.
Right.
And you only have to do that for like 2 weeks, and they're hooked.
Dude.
And then you can go back to being a slob.
Yo, this guy, the Riz, dude. Holy, let me write that down. Actually, holy shit, bro, my man.
No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Extra mile, holy shit. I feel like I'm saying these things because it's like, oh shit, I have to remember to do that because I fucking forgot. As I'm saying that, I was like, oh shit, I was supposed to do that. Oh shit, I was supposed to do that. So this is me making a list as well. I'm gonna listen to it again, and I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot about that. Oh shit, I gotta go do that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you always gotta put your be the best version of you while you're first dating. You don't have to necessarily be the best version of you after you start. That's something you work towards.
After 3 months, all right, go back to your usual stuff. If they don't like you for that, get them out, kick them out, let them kick rocks, dude. All right, you gave them the best life they're gonna get for 3 months, and then afterwards, it is what it is. Everyone reverts to their old ways, and if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Rinse and repeat. I feel like that's we're giving solid advice, dude. This is great advice, man. Yeah. Also, flowers, right? Flowers. Unless they're allergic.
True.
People are allergic to flowers, aren't they? Huh?
Man, okay, this might sound crazy, but I'm not sold on the flowers because I've gotten girls flowers before, and I understand if there's females listening to this and they're gonna get upset about what I'm gonna say. I understand the point of view, but it was like I'd buy them flowers, and like I would buy them white roses, and they're like, I like red roses. You know
Oof.
I like red roses. Why would you buy white roses? And I was like, I was just trying to be nice. I was just trying to do a
Okay,
good deed. But
here's just me being arguing about it, because it's like, okay, well, if you got a red rose, right? If you did know that it was supposed to be a red rose, I feel like I think they'd be like, oh my god. But I think maybe figuring the color out, or whatever kind of rose or flower they got, you could probably just like like, hey, I'm out and about. I have to get somebody some roses or some flowers. Like, what should I get them? And then they'll tell you like, oh, I think you should get them this, or like maybe ask them, or and then be like, okay, what about you? What kind of flowers you got? Maybe they'll like those. You know what I'm saying?
hey, I totally agree, and I'm like I said, I totally understand. I'm not saying that it's wrong. Actually, that particular
You're
situation, what it
yeah, yeah.
was that my partner at the time,
Uh-huh.
her sister liked roses as well. So, but one of them liked red roses and one of them liked white roses.
Oh,
And so I'd
dude.
always get the two mixed up. And I didn't have her sister's number. So like
Oh,
it was
dude.
like a 50-50 shot. I'm
That's
not it was a tough time, all right? I tried to do right.
yeah, that's fair,
But
dude. Yeah.
no,
That.
I get it. I get it. You should know your partner better, but it's,
Hey, it is
sometimes
what
you
it
get
is, man.
stuff mixed up.
Hey, it was an honest mistake, you know. And you know what's
Yeah.
even better is that you were like, you don't have her sister's phone number, because if you did, it'd be like, oh, you have my sister's phone number. It's like, oh well, I don't know. That could have gone iffy. So I think I don't know. I would have, if you gave me if I liked red roses, or if I like red roses, you gave me a white rose, I'd be like, oh, it's okay. I mean, I do like red roses. And then you'd be like, oh, okay, my fault. I'll write that down. And then you don't write it down, because I forget to. I forget.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know. I think that as long as each person is giving an effort, that's what
Yeah,
matters.
I feel like this
I'm
was like a hypothetical, and it just became to like, all right, let's actually figure it out. Okay, so
it's like yeah, I think that like either way is you should do your best to please your partner, but if your partner is trying, then you should at least like, give them a little
yeah,
leeway.
yeah, exactly. There you go. I feel like
That being said,
yeah.
my
But yeah. What about music? Do you have like any music? Like, let's say that you're having people over. Yeah, well, you're
mhm.
having a girl over, or you're having your partner, or whoever you're interested in. You're having them over. Do you have music on? Like when they walk into like, do you already have music playing, or do you have something that you
uh,
can turn on as like you're walking in, like like a bachelor, like a legit bachelor?
it depends very much so who's coming over.
Oh, okay.
Like I would say that yeah, for sure. If it's a girl and a partner and they're coming over, then like very much I'm like, okay, this is the playlist for that.
Yeah.
And then if it's like my buddies coming over, I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna throw on whatever I feel like
yeah.
listening to or they feel like listening to.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, like, so you're gonna set the vibe. It's like, okay, it's Friday
yeah,
night. We're coming over to
exactly.
my place. We're gonna pregame, so it's gonna have some like good music to just like to listen to and get in the mood. Or yeah, like,
Oh shit, then it's just like early 2000s pop.
hell yeah, dude.
You know,
Fuck
like-
yeah, bro. All right, what? Give me a good like the first song you want to listen to. Like, give me a good one where it's like early 2000s pop. Because I'm trying to
Early
think of some songs.
2000s
Yeah, yeah. Give me a
uh,
good banger. Like
party rock.
oh yeah,
You
LMFAO,
know,
dude. Oh, what
LMFAO.
happened to them, dude?
I don't
They
know,
went
man.
BRB, dude. Oh my god, bro, these guys.
They're
Wow,
on a
dude.
list of like artists that were big for like 2 years and then disappeared.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
they dropped like, I want to say like three hits, right? There was like three hits. There was like Party Rock, uh, Shuffle, right? Isn't that one?
I don't know if it's called Shuffle, but I know what you're talking
It's
about
called
because
Shuffle.
there's like
Oh, we're just gonna call it
Party
Shuffle.
Rock Anthem,
yeah.
Shuffle.
And then another one.
Uh,
I don't know.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
up and coming. It's really funny actually that they still play like that music in the club. Like some of it was just so good it just never died.
Dude, dude, I'm telling you, this is the rhythm of the night. Of the
Yeah,
night. That's
yeah.
never gonna get old, dude. You listen to that song and it's like, fucking, let's fucking get it, dude. Or like Sandstorm, Darude Sandstorm. You know that one? Yeah,
Yeah, oh
it's
yeah.
so good, dude. I mean, I think it depends on what club you go to because I think those are more like raves. Or this sound some like rave. You got ecstasy.
Mhm,
And everyone's sweating and shit. It's like, oh, where's the nearest water bottle? Like,
Yeah.
and then you go buy
Uh,
water bottle. It's like $7. It's like, fuck. No wonder I want to leave states and go to like overseas. I see. I brought that back. Oh shit!
yeah.
Look at that. Oh
Uh,
man. Oh, but yeah, no. Look. I've been practicing how to sing. I've been practicing it. I feel like when I first met you, I was like, oh, dude, I gotta get some like training going, and we did do it for a little bit, and so I really do
yeah.
appreciate you, just even saying, giving me a little bit of advice, even if it was like a limited amount, because it's like we all have shit to do, we all have lives, you know. I'm just a guy on the internet. You don't have to message me
Yeah.
back, you know. Fuck this dude, bro. I don't care. Like, uh, but I really do appreciate it when I asked you, and I legitimately appreciate that advice because it's like I want to learn how to sing, and I have somebody, one of my mods. She's shout out. Oh, by the way, I was doing tangent. I was doing the an episode with Juice, and he goes shout out to somebody. Shout out to his friend Goose. Dude, I'm so sorry. That's I forgot what the fuck his name is. I apologize, Juice. My bad. Shout out to your boy. But he was like, shout out to my boy. I'm gonna call him Rupert. Shout out to Rupert. And then and then I was like, oh my god, I gotta say shout out too. So I'm gonna include shout outs. So I'm just gonna be like, shout out to my mod, one of the best mods out here, one of the best people in general, and just amazing human being, Wild. She's helping me how to sing. She's taking time out of her day to help me with so much, with a ridiculous amount of stuff. And so I want to just say that thank you for helping me on my singing journey because she's been extremely helpful. I sent her a little bit of singing videos, singing clips, like recordings, so she can give
Yeah.
me advice and she tells me, hey, listen to this, hey, listen to that, or whatever. And so I've been trying to really focus on learning how to sing, and I want to know if that's something that, like, singing for you, was that something that you kind of just like started learning recently, like, and I'm talking about like the last couple of years, or like is that something that you just kind of started, like you kind of started young and you were just like, you know, something that you really just kind of vibed with from like a young age.
Oh, well, I've been singing quite a while.
Hmm.
I went to music school for vocals actually,
Hmm.
like back when I was like 18, 19. The thing is, like, I'm not, I'm really not that great of a singer. And I know that because I've gone to music school and been around really good vocalists.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I know how much work and effort they put into it. And I'm
Right.
like, I'm just not about that. I enjoy singing, but I'm not going to like practice like 3 hours every day to
Yeah,
to
that's fair.
improve. And I'm cool with that. I'm happy being like a campfire musician. Like I don't need to be more than that.
Cool.
Uh, but yeah, and I'm really glad that you're pursuing it a bit because, like, honestly, when I first started singing, and again, I'm not amazing, I'm an okay singer, but when I first started singing, a lot of people told me that I should stop because it was that bad.
Right.
Um, and it wasn't until I started singing a couple of songs fairly well that people were
Mhm.
like, "I didn't know you could sing." It's like that you literally told me like 6 months ago that I couldn't sing at all.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was like constant practice for probably 6 months to a year before anyone said that I sounded decent at all.
Right.
Like, intense practice. I had a vocal coach, went to school for it, so I learned
Yeah.
all about how I could get better and then just decided not to. That's basically how that went, but
Yeah. I mean, that's still like still 6 months to a year of just like training, like actually like like having like that be a part of your life, a daily routine. That's like it's like something that a lot of stuff that I've done. I can't. It's hard for me to stay on track for that long because it's just like I get burnt out. I
Mhm.
involve myself so much into it, right? I fucking I head first, everything about it, singing, look up like you know, apps that I could download, pay for them, like singing lessons. But like I don't buy singing lessons anymore. I was thinking about it, but Wild as she's a fantastic singer, a wonderful singer. Everyone loves listening to her sing, and I'm grateful that she like took it upon herself to, you know, give me advice personally. It's really nice. But yeah, when I so I admire the dedication people have longer than like 3 months, because at 3 months it's like, to me, I'm like, that's typically how long I it takes me to just stop doing something. So for when
Hmm.
people go longer than 3 months, I'm like, oh, how do you do it? It's oh my god, that's amazing. And so yeah, I think there's a lot to be said for people who pass like 3 months. For me, from my perspective. So
Hmm.
like knowing that you can play guitar as well, that's also a really really dope ass. Like, what other instruments do you play, by the way?
Quite a few.
Quite a few. This guy over here, you know what I'm saying? I don't sing
Yeah.
very well, but I fucking go crazy on the ukulele.
Actually, the ukulele is pretty fun. Uh,
Yeah.
I can play uke, I can play bass, I
Ooh.
can play piano. My favorite instrument, honestly, is probably the drums. Um,
Really?
yeah, the drums are so much fun.
Dude, I could see
Like,
you
I
play
could
drums, yeah.
yeah, I could set at a drum kit and just, like, bang away for forever and a day. It's a great time.
Oh, dude, have you
So, yeah.
have you had a drumming stream? Have you had one? A stream where
No.
you play? No? Oh, because you don't have a
No, I haven't
drum, huh?
I haven't had a kit in a long time,
Right. Oh, okay. Okay.
so
Have,
unfortunately.
have you ever thought about like, here's because this is something that's like it's something that I'm trying to kind of do, but like, have you ever thought about like maybe like I don't know what the rules are against this, but like going to like it's nothing crazy. I'm not like, have you tried to break into somebody's house that
It's
has
getting
drums?
very shady all of a sudden.
Let me preface this by saying, no,
Everyone's
like,
voice drops down a little bit. Alright,
like,
what are we getting into, Mike?
like, like going to like a guitar center and going using their drums and like having a live stream. I don't know what the rules are to that. Like, they're probably like, hey, dude, stop playing the drums for so long. Like, maybe going to like a session, like a recording
Yeah.
studio where they have, huh? Has that ever been, or maybe going to somebody's house that you know that has drums? Like, have you thought about doing something like that?
Well, I mean, I could. That would be a lot of work for what I would perceive as not a lot of gain, to be
Oh,
honest.
fair,
Like,
fair. Yeah, yeah.
as much as I enjoy streaming, it's also not my focus right now.
Right.
Um, actually, speaking of the going back to like the conversation about like Wild and learning vocals,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of funny. Also, if anyone out there wants to listen to Wild and other people in Mike's crew and Mike himself sing, you do karaoke, right? So
Oh, I love it.
go to go to his stream and enjoy karaoke on whatever day that is happening.
Honestly,
But
I would say yeah, because like whatever day that's happening, like randomly for sure, but definitely Saturdays.
yeah,
Saturdays are now.
definitely so.
I'm getting into the habit of Saturdays, and also if you want to see my home my beautiful man my guy over here, Zach also streams as well. Please go check him out too. We'll get into all that stuff as well. But yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's what I was gonna say is like there's a rule of 100, right? Because like there's this the rule of 10,000 or whatever, where it's
Hmm.
like 10,000 hours to master something.
Yeah.
You have to put 100 hours into something to become proficient at it.
Hmm.
Um, so when you look at something like singing or a lot of like artistic endeavors, sometimes that's even longer than that. But with singing in particular, you can only really practice 2 to 3 hours a day without straining your voice to the point that it's dangerous.
Right.
And so if you look at it from that standpoint, it's like, okay, well, if you did it for 10 days, that's only 30 hours. So you'd have to practice every single day for what is it, like 3 months to get to that 100 hours?
Oh my
So, yeah, so like, I mean, I'm not saying do that. But what I'm
god.
saying is that like if you want to get proficient at something like singing, then it takes like 6 months to a year. If you want to get good at uh, guitar and you have like 8 hours a day, you can get very good very fast.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah, because
it
you're
just really depends,
yeah, because yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because yeah, that makes sense. Because it's like your vocals, you can't really you can overwork them, you can fire them, you can like fuck them up, and then you
yeah.
can't really yeah. And
I knew a girl in music
mhm,
school that did that. It was awful,
that sucks. Yeah.
because you get a note on the vocal cords, and then after you get surgery for that, it can fuck them up, and then you could never sing again. You don't want that,
That is terrifying to me. I feel like yeah,
right?
that is actually scary. That's like yeah, that's terrifying to me. Thinking about like my life right now, because I'm really grateful for I'm grateful for myself. I'm grateful for like I'm happy that I am who I am. I'm happy, and I would never
Mhm.
change that. And so thinking about how my life would change if I lost something, I think like my arm or my leg, which is like something that as somebody who plays like a lot of like sports, I love soccer. If something happened to my leg where I couldn't play my leg like with my leg, I dude, I was like injured for like 3 weeks. I legitimately got depressed. I was like super depressed because it's like my league is coming up. I want to play. I can't play. I see these people playing like, and the more I like, and there were days where I did play even though I shouldn't have. But I was just so like, there's just something so wrong. So learning to limit yourself and knowing your your max, knowing your limits and your boundaries, that's a really really good thing to have. Like you're right. There was a part of me that was like, I'm just gonna sing and I'm just gonna practice and all that, but like sticking to like 2 or 3 hours a day to practice so that way my vocal cords don't get fucked up. That's kind of hard for me to
Hmm.
do, but at the same time, like I have to learn how to do that, and that's with anything really. With anything that's like requires like physical um like uh your physical exertion or anything like that, with soccer again. It
Yeah.
really did suck, and like no matter how much I want to play and like consistently play, if I'm playing and I get tired and I'll play the next day and I'm still tired and I don't recover and I don't rest, if I wake up sick or if I wake up with my leg all fucked up, I have to take time off, and not just it won't just like affect my growth, my progress, but it'll also just affect whether or not I can continue to progress. So it's like you're
Hmm.
risking that, and it's something that I for sure, like as an adult, I really have to like stop doing that because like I have my league, I have people that I have like things that I want to do. So it's like
Mm.
yesterday I went to the gym. Was it yesterday? What was yesterday? Yesterday was Tuesday. Like what did I do Tuesday? No, I went to go play soccer yesterday, and I have a game tomorrow. But I kind of like pulled my knee a little bit, and I was like, "Fuck, okay, I gotta stop. I gotta stop." But if I was younger, if I
Yeah.
was like, if this was like 2, 3 years ago, I'd be like, "I'll be okay. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll keep playing."
Push through
But
the
like,
pain.
but like, but like, but like, whenever I pulled my hamstring and I was out for like 3 weeks, that really opened my eyes. I was like, I really don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this in risk, like having something go wrong where it's like irreversible. And as a kid, you're kind of like have like your parents or like somebody, your guardian, to be like, hey, stop doing that. If you're hurt, they'll stop you from doing it. But as an adult, you have
Hmm.
like free reign. Like you're just whatever it is you're doing. So it's like something that you for sure. It's like something you legitimately do have to develop. Like
Hmm.
like some sort of like stop, like some switch where it's like, okay, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. So
Well,
so with
the older
singing
you
for
get, the
sure.
more fragile. Sorry, I totally interrupted you.
No, you're good. Yeah, the older you get, the more fragile. Oh my god. Seriously, dude. Like, holy shit. Bruh. Oh my, the last
Wait,
couple years,
how?
I feel okay. I feel okay, but the last couple years have been like eye opening. I'm like, oh my god, when I was like when I was like 20, how fast could I run? And now I still run a little fast, but like I get tired faster, but also like I can't run the next day. Like it's hard for me to run the next day. When
Mhm.
I was like younger, like 20 years, like when I was 20, I was like running one day for basically like 8 hours after like an 8 hour shift, going to sleep for like 4 hours, and then like waking up and going to work the next day and then going to play soccer again. Like it's so different, and like it's like ego, right? It's like, fuck, I used to do this. I used to, yeah,
Mhm.
used to, bitch, used to, not anymore, dog. You need to chill out. So it's like, it's for sure something that I don't know. Do you feel that way about anything? Like you're like, fuck, I used to, like maybe drinking or like I don't know, like something.
Oh, no, I don't give like, I don't drink very often now, but, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I would say. Uh, yeah, I don't know, I was definitely more active when I was younger, but
Mm.
right now I'm kind of on this, like, kick of I'm gonna get in the best shape that I've ever been.
Ooh, I like
So
that.
I'm hoping, yeah, I'm hoping that that kinda goes, but I do feel that sense of, like, I have to be extra careful, like, I know that if I'm training, if I push myself too hard, I'm going to injure myself. It's
Oh,
just that
hundred
simple.
percent.
And it's so much easier to get injured these days, and it's so much easier, like, if I am running without sleep, it's like, "Holy shit," like,
Yeah, dude.
I don't know how I ever did this, you
Honestly,
know?
bro, it's so wild. Like you can tell the difference from like years ago. You were like, yeah, I used to be able to sleep for like 4 hours and then wake up the next day and feel completely fine. And then now it's
Right.
like, fuck, I only got like 4 hours of sleep. I can't really. I'm tired. I don't really want to do anything. I'm feeling like feeling like shit. I can't run. I can't do anything. So like, but yeah, no, for sure. I can definitely tell the difference now. Wait. So
At least
you're exercising. You're doing you're getting fitter, right? You said.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to do at the moment,
Right,
you
right.
know?
Wait, you have an Instagram? I followed you on Instagram. You followed me on Instagram, by the way. So thank you
Yes.
for that. Now I have an extra follower. You have one too. Hey, follow for follow,
Uh,
dude. No. So wait. So what kind of do you? I don't know if that's something that you want to advertise, like your Instagram. Do you have an Instagram specifically, like a personal one, or one that's like more like content based? So anything that like that for you?
I'm still figuring it out. My problem right now is like I'm really focused on getting this business off the ground.
Right. 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 Right.
And so while I'm doing that, like all of the content I'm making, everything that I'm trying to build is
Mm-hmm.
kind of related to that.
Ooh. Yeah.
And like my own, like the music stuff and whatever, that's kind of taking a burner.
Right.
Uh, one of the funny thing is like I have an Instagram for my business and for my personal. People can follow whatever they want to follow, but I'm really bad at posting. I'm so bad at like social media. Because I spent like 6 years being like, I am not going to touch it. I'm not going to go on Facebook. I'm not going to go on Twitter. I'm not going to do any of this
Yeah.
stuff. And now I'm in a position where it's like, okay, well, social media is the way of the the future for business and for like other endeavors.
Right.
Shit, how am I going to handle this?
Dude, I wish I was more present online back when I was younger, because like
Right?
not because it's like, oh yeah, I want people to like just because of what I want to do now. What I'm focusing on now is like definitely content. It's definitely getting me out there, like entertaining people. That's what
Hmm.
I legitimately have. Like it boosts me. Like I get more energy when I'm entertaining, as opposed to just like, some people who are just like, okay, I'm drained, I don't want to do this. Like after I'm done streaming, there are days like, if I don't have to, like if I get like it's like a good day, I rested, I don't have to work out that day, like I stream, and then like afterwards I'm like, I feel great, I want to go do something, like uh
Yeah.
and then some days where for sure it definitely feels like, oh fuck, I'm so drained, like this stream was like 4 hours, I feel pretty tired, like whatever, but like I still get like that high of like, that was good. I'm a huge people person, I get a lot of energy from that. But what I'm trying to say is that like, if I had kind of like more of an online presence when I was younger, I think now would have for sure benefited me a bit more. But that's not to say you should, if that's something that, like, I'm not saying like, oh, post everything, like be online. But for me, like
Hmm.
for sure, if I want to entertain and like be like be an online presence, I definitely should have kind of done that. But I was young. Everyone was young. We're not really sure what the fuck's
Yeah.
happening in life. But yeah, I mean, I post thirst traps on my Instagram. I do, and on
Oh yeah.
and on my Twitter. I don't use Facebook. I don't use Facebook, but like yeah, Instagram, Twitter. I don't use Facebook, and then I think like there's also like Threads, which is kind of new, but I haven't used it very much. Um,
Yeah, I
so
heard about Threads.
yeah, it's like Instagram like integrated or something, and like
Hmm.
I have zero clue. But essentially, like I am also kind of like figuring out how to kind of like get more followers on my Instagram, but I barely post, and when I do post, it's like, look at me without a shirt, because on the topic of working out, like I've
Hmm.
since April, I went through a breakup. All right, it made me depressed. I was like, I was, it was horrible. And
Right.
so I went from that, like it was like a couple weeks of just like doing absolutely nothing, just wallowing in my misery. And then
Hmm.
my brother was like, we should go to the gym, go to the gym, go to the gym, go to the gym. I was like, fine, I'll go to the gym. And then from then, like I lost like, because I weighed like 220 pounds. And
Yeah.
then I was a pretty chubby guy. And then like I worked out like literally like 3-4 times a week. And then I played soccer, and I stopped eating sugar. I changed my diet. I lost like 40 pounds from like April, May to September, kind of like September.
Oh,
And like
dang.
the
Congratulations.
thank you. And so when I post stuff, when I post like my, myself, a part of it, a big part of it is like, look how far I came. Like it's such a huge difference. Like,
Hmm.
and people noticed it too on stream. They were like, oh my god, he has a jawline. I'm like, oh shit, you're right, I do. Holy fuck! Like, look at my jaw. And then I turn to the side. I'm like, oh shit, look. And then like, and so yeah, for sure. Like, working out and getting into physical shape has boosted my self esteem a lot. I was already a pretty confident guy. I was already a pretty talkative, pretty like outgoing. But like now, man, I feel so much better. I feel so much better. So I feel like I will 100% support you on your journey to become more fit. And if you post any pictures on Instagram, for sure follow my friend Zach here for your thirst traps. Um,
For thirst traps.
for
In
nothing
the
else.
future.
You want to see a very attractive guy? Go check him out. Okay, please and thank you. But
No,
no, yeah.
that's freaking awesome, man. I'm very impressed with how far you've come. I mean, it's kind of funny that you did the gym bro thing of like
Yeah.
break up and then like hit the gym and then
Oh
get
my
buff.
god, dude! The music I would listen to, look, as cliche as it sounds, the music I was listening to is like that like the like kind of like the funk, and then like where it's like
Mhm.
now it's like before it was probably like sad music or something like that, but like now it's like funk where it's like get you hyped up as fuck. Where it's like it goes from
Mhm.
like a speech, like a famous speech or something, and then it goes from like dun 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 dun, dun and then you're just like, oh, let's go, let's do it, let's get it. And so
Yeah.
it's such a cliche, but hey, man, it helped me. I don't know. And for me, I think like, okay, cliches. I don't. It's okay. You can cliches. Cliches. Whatever. It's fine.
They're
Like,
cliche for a reason.
yeah, exactly, because they're
Like, and it's a
part
good
of it.
thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so, like for me, like if something is just because something's popular doesn't mean like you don't have to hate on it. But like what I don't like is when something's popular, people get onto it because it's popular, not because you like
Mhm.
it. That to me is kind of like I don't like that kind of. I don't know. It's not kind of my thing. Where it's like if it's popular, people want to do it because it's popular because it'll get attention. To me, I don't know. I don't have. That's not the kind of way that I like to do things. Like especially like for any entertainment, any content like that. I'm not really jumping on trends because I don't like jumping on trends if there's something if it's something that I that I don't like. If it's something that I don't like, but it's super popular, I'm not gonna do it. No matter how
Yeah.
popular it is. Like it's just something that I actually dislike very much.
That means you'll have more authentic like content though, which is
Hell
always
yeah.
good. Like
Yeah.
if it's not authentic, people see right through that shit.
Right. And so yeah, I mean I feel like with the working out stuff, like listening to that kind of music, it helped me out. That's kind of what my story was. Like I love listening because it helped me. Bro, it freaking hyped me up, dude. I was like on the last two curls, bro. I'm like, all right, bro. All right, this music is fucking, it's flowing through me, bro. Like, holy shit. Fucking, and I look at myself in the mirror. I was like, damn, you go, dude. You go, bro. You get that shit. And it's nice. It's nice. But yeah, no, I for sure, I think dieting is a huge part of it because when I eliminated sugar, it like from my face, just like it slimmed down ridiculous. Now I got to fix
Yeah.
my hairline. That's the next thing. I don't know. I got a dermal roller and like some rosemary oil too
Oh, yeah.
that I'm using,
Nice. There
but
you go.
I don't know. I got to fix it. Maybe I'll go somewhere a different country where I can just get a transplant. Because dude, no matter how hard I work out, it's not gonna fix my motherfucking hair, dude. You
I
know?
mean, you could always if you get buff enough, you just shave it off.
Holy shit, you're right, dude. I'm going
Go.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson up in this, bro.
Yeah,
Built as fuck.
exactly.
No, yeah.
You have that jawline. I mean, if you really want, you could grow a beard. There you
Bruh, yo, you're talking to the wrong guy. My hair on me is in the wrong areas, dude. Chest hair, I have chest hair. Like leg hair, got leg hair. Like I got no facial hair and I got no head hair, and that's like the worst places to not get hair. I feel like. So I really got to. I got to do something. I gotta make a deal with some sort of. I don't know. I gotta do. I gotta get that shit figured out. But no, but yeah, no. In my Instagram, I post a lot of stuff and a lot of selfies and stuff. But like lately, so I got this. I don't know if you cosplay. Have you ever cosplayed, by the way?
No, I've always thought about it.
No,
I would like to do it one day.
bro. You know, let me figure out. Let me figure this out because I feel like if we could coordinate a cosplay, dude, oh, it'd be fucking awesome, bro.
That'd be
That'd
fun.
be amazing. And then people would love it too. But
I'd be so down.
I there was this character. I don't know if you watch anime at all.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, bro.
I'm a closet weeb.
Yo, I don't know if you want to come out on here. I don't know if that's something you want to explain here. But is this platform okay for you to say that? I don't know. I don't want you
Yeah,
to feel.
you're hearing it, hearing it here first. Hot news off the press. Yeah, man, I love
Breaking
anime.
news coming in from Mike Tango's podcast. We have Zach, the special guest, actually just revealed some information. Let's take a listen back what he just said. Yeah, I'm actually a closeted weep. So you heard it here first on Mike Tango's podcast. No lights, no camera, all action, where you get in scoop news and breaking news, all coming to you via OBS because I don't know what else to it. But anyway, I think we could definitely coordinate some sort of cosplay. I have to figure out what cosplay we could both do, like that will make sense. And that all brings me to the topic of cosplay, anime, and all that. So I recently got for my first cosplay, which Stream paid for. It was so shout out to Stream, shout out to my Stream, shout out to my chat, shout out to all my lovely donators. We got Kaya, the Kaya outfit, and to be honest, look, I am very what's it called? What's the word when somebody's like
beautiful,
right?
I
was looking for that word. Dude. That's exactly the word I was looking for. When somebody's as beautiful as me, right? So they bought me the Kaya cosplay. I got it, and to be honest, I'm somebody who will criticize myself, but I will know that, like, I tried my best. This cosplay, the wig was really, like, it's so hard for me to work. It was so hard. I had my friend help me out, but when I was like on stream, it looked really good. But I did get some people who are like, "We have to fix that wig. You have to fix that wig." But with all that being said, I think that the cosplay turned out amazing. I took a picture of myself and somebody's drawing of Kaya, and so I posted it on Twitter, and I'm like, I felt super super happy about it because I was like, oh my god, it looks really good, and the compliments I got were amazing. It really boosted my self confidence even more, which is fucking wild because I'm already pretty confident. And so that was my first ever cosplay. But if you haven't seen my cosplay, Zach, it's pretty neat. It's pretty nice. And so when I streamed it on my birthday, and I did this dance. I don't know if you listen to K-pop.
Yeah, I do actually.
Oh, okay. Oh, I did this this New Jeans dance, the group New Jeans. OMG.
Yeah.
I had somebody teach me. Shout out to Milan. Oh my god, I'm giving out shout outs all across the board. Holy shit. Shout out to Milan, another amazing, wonderful streamer. Also actually has an Instagram. She posts her dancing clips and all that. And so she helped me. She took some time out of her day to teach me the dance. It took me like 3 hours. But I did that dance, and I fucking suck at dancing. But the cosplay was actually pretty good. So if you haven't cosplayed, Zach, dude, you should. I think there's plenty of cosplays you could definitely do. And I would love to do a cosplay with we should definitely coordinate something. So you're a closeted weeb.
Sorry,
right here
I'm
first.
scrolling through your Twitter right now, and you did not lie about this whole thirst trap situation.
I told you, dude. I don't know what is up with me, dude. And I took some more pictures, bro. Listen, I took some more pictures. I look pretty good, dude. Like I actually now I'm going through my Instagram.
Dude, there's pictures of you with those fluffier like pants. I know I'm totally drilling the conversation.
No, you're good.
They look like bottoms for like Taekwondo, but like they wrap a little tighter in the bottom.
Right.
Those things look awesome. They look comfy, dude. And you look like you're out of an anime.
Bro, it's Toji Fushiguro from Jujutsu Kaisen. That's what I was trying to cosplay in that.
Oh.
So I those pants, I was looking for them. I bought like 3 pair of pants because the first one, just there was something off about it. The second one, it just didn't have the right strap. The third pair of pants I got from TikTok. Hey, shout out to TikTok. Yeah, sponsor me, TikTok. I did some shit. Sponsor me, you bitch. I'm getting people out here buying your shit. So I bought those pants off of TikTok, and so the strap looked like it was gonna be fucking incredible. I was like, these are the pants. I got them. Strap was garbage. I bought a black martial arts belt, and luckily the gap was wide enough where I could put the belt in there and then loop it around. So the belt that actually the black strap that it has on it, it wasn't its original strap. So I had to buy that one, and so I actually I looped it in there. But yeah, no, that so I was supposed to. So yeah, if you look up Toji Fushiguro, you can look up his outfit in the anime, and that's who I was
Mhm.
trying to emulate. And working out for sure has helped me kind of like head towards that build. I'm not like he's pretty big up top, like his chest and arms. So that's kind of
Yeah.
what I'm focusing on. But yeah, so those pants are super comfortable. I mean they're pretty stylish, not gonna lie. Um, and so yeah, I feel like those pants really did me well. Yeah, if you're ever
It
thinking
makes
about
me
yeah,
so happy.
yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I don't know if I can wear them as a white guy, but like like the fact that you know Toji and that's who you're trying to emulate just makes me so happy inside.
Oh, bro, look, there's this amazing picture, bro. There's this amazing picture that I have that I posted in the Discord. I'm like, damn, okay, I look pretty legit. Like, it looks pretty nice. It took me a while to actually like get the right shirts and like the pants and stuff. But I yeah, no. So how do you feel about Toji? What do you think? Give me no. Hey. Listen, as friends, listen, as friends. I need you to be completely honest and be like, hey, look, it looks good, but like obviously you need to. How does it look? How does it look? I need you to be honest. Okay.
I think it looks pretty good. I mean, there's a couple of pictures that you have where I don't know if they were like edited or you went out for a specific photo shoot where you're like in a more Asian styled, I don't know
I,
if it's like a home or a hallway or
I
what,
did that.
but it looks dope. It looks
Oh,
really
thanks,
good.
thank you. I appreciate it. I did that.
Like,
I did that on my phone. It was on this app. I
it
cut it myself out. Yeah.
yeah, it looks really good.
Oh, thank
And
you.
I mean, your chest isn't quite as big like
Right.
as Toji, but looking at your outfit compared to his, like I think you'd be like Toji's younger brother, you know?
Oh, that's a hey, no, I will take that. I will take that for sure. Because I for sure I know I'm not delusional. I know I'm not like that, that buff yet. All right, I'm gonna get there,
Yeah.
bro. I'm gonna fucking get there. I swear to God, I'm gonna get there. I'm not that buff yet. But for sure it's a goal that I really want to work on.
Okay,
And I
like
think,
nobody's that buff. Like nobody's Toji.
you all right, that's a challenge right there.
Alright.
I definitely am going to be working on my chest and my arms. If anything, I will cosplay as Modius, as Ozymandias from Fate, the
Oh yeah.
him. I'm going to cosplay. I definitely want to cosplay him. I'm definitely getting on the thinner side of it, where it's like I'll look more shredded, but I really want to do that because he has this really really cool ass like exposed like midriff chest piece that I think looks fucking cool, and I think I match his style pretty closely. Like it just I need the contacts, the 6 pack. I have a 4 pack right now. Shout out to the gym. And I have. So yeah, but anyway, that's my workout journey. That's
Nice.
my journey so far. I don't know how do you feel about how do you feel about yours? What is it? Talk to us about yours.
About my like
Your situation and like how like so you recently started working out more, or like is it that you've been doing it lately, or what's going on?
yeah, I mean, I've been going a lot like more ham. I've been doing what I refer to as the One Punch Man workout,
Oh
where I
fuck
start with
yeah!
trying to do like the 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups. And
How,
I'm not doing the run. I should do the
mhm.
run, but I'm not doing the run.
And how close are you
Um,
to those 100?
I'm pretty close.
Oh fuck.
Uh, yeah, I can like on a good day I get to like 85,
Oh damn.
but that's like once every 2 or 3 days because I'm pretty sore after that.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm getting there. I'm getting close. I'm pretty excited about that.
Oh,
I
that's
think like
amazing.
yeah, and it's I'm sure you have experienced this quite a bit because like it's that vanity that I think
Mm.
like everyone's like you shouldn't go to the gym because just to look good. I'm like,
Mm.
fuck that.
Yeah, dude,
That's
that's
100%.
why I go, bro. I'm trying to walk around shirtless. What the fuck? I'm gonna be like, I'm trying to go to the beach and be like, all right, check this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Look at me, bro. Yeah, no, look,
Yeah, like
for sure, it's okay. There's a healthy amount of vanity that you can have for sure, right? You can
true.
definitely be like, look, I want to look good. I want people to see me. I want to work hard. I want to do it. Obviously, I'm not gonna be like, hey, like, oh God, I look, that guy looks disgusting, or oh my, like that's not how I view it for sure. Everyone has their own way of doing whatever it is. Maybe some people can't work out as much, maybe whatever it is. But when I'm focusing on myself, when I think about myself and I'm looking at myself and I'm thinking, okay, I want to look better, like physically. It's not because
Mhm,
I'm like, oh, that person's disgusting, or it's not. I'm comparing and being like,
mhm,
oh God, I don't want to. But it's more of like I care more about the way I look for myself, and I want people to see me. I want people to perceive me as attractive. I want people to see me as attractive because to me that makes me feel good. You know.
yeah.
So yeah, no. If someone's like, oh, you shouldn't go to look good, like, yeah, well, fuck you, bro. I'm going to look hella good. I'm trying to look hella hot. I'm trying to post thirst traps on motherfucking TikTok, on Instagram. I'm trying to get, I'm trying to get. Also, I feel like you're just like you just physically like you can just like if the zombie apocalypse happens,
Yep.
people are gonna look at you and be like, all right, I think he should be the leader. So like I want to be the leader in the zombie apocalypse. Like I want people to look at me and be like, all right, let's give him the katanas. He looks like he could swing the fuck out of him. So yeah, I want that.
Mhm.
So to me, it's like also just like a survival thing. Survival. So if the zombie apocalypse happens, I want to be able to, I want people to rely on me because I like carrying shit.
Yeah, no,
Naturally.
I get that. Well, okay. You want to hear the vainest aspect of this because I
Absolutely.
mean, the other side of it is like
Yeah.
obviously it feels way better to eat better and
Oh,
like work
for
out. Like you,
sure.
you just feel better as
Yeah.
as a whole.
1,000%.
But like, I've heard a lot of these things of like, what's the ideal man? And it's like 6 foot, 6 figures, 6 inches, muscular.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I could do that.
Yeah, that's
And
for
then
sure. Yeah.
I hear them saying the statistics of like, that's like 0.01% of men. I'm like, I could be that. I might not be there yet, but I could be that.
Put me in that
So
echelon. Holy shit. Put me, I want to get up there, dude. Hey, yo, I'm headed there. The only thing I'm missing the fucking six figures, dude. I, I I need to work on that shit bad. Like, or I need to win the lottery. That's what I need to do. I need to win the lottery. I'm gonna go broke
that's
trying to win the lottery. But hey, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So you
that is
every
the worst advice to use that for. Don't listen to Mike when it comes to gambling. Like, oh my god.
everyone who's hit the jackpot missed it until they hit it. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So, don't give up.
Don't give up.
I'm just
Or
kidding. I'm just kidding.
do something better. Yeah, no, you know what, to be honest, like that's like have you ever heard of monk mode, Mike?
Monk mode, where it's like I'm trying to think. Maybe I have, but I might not. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's just like this concept. It's I heard it through a guy named Chris Williams, like
Mhm.
or Williamson, awesome podcaster, awesome dude. But he talks about monk mode, and it's basically like separating yourself from everything else, cutting out all of like the additional hobbies and stuff, and just focusing on like self improvement.
Yeah.
And for me, that's what I'm trying to do right now. It's like
Right.
everything I do revolves around building a business and building myself so that I can become like this beast and then trickle things back in. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of the hope. And I just love like that concept of like, you can get there.
Oh, for sure.
You could make six figures, you
Yeah.
could be well, I mean, you can't be 6 inches and then or 6 foot necessarily. Like you're born with that, I
I
think.
mean,
But
wait, hold on. Yeah, but if you make six figures, you can get some sort of adjustment. You know what I'm saying? You making the six
true,
figure,
that's
you can
true.
get some sort of.
I hear
That's
there's
so
some kind of
possible.
pills that might work.
Yeah, you gotta click on the link, dude. You gotta click on the link on those websites, and
Yeah.
just give us your statistics, some progress, so we can get this going. But yeah, I think that's a good. Yeah, obviously, improving yourself is for sure. You always if you're unhappy, improving yourself is at least the starter. Obviously, I'm not saying that that's going to help you, because sometimes it just can't. There's just things that you just can't. It's all. Everyone has their own things. Everyone has their own way of dealing with things. Everyone has their own problems. Everyone's got their own trauma. Everyone has like their own things. But you can never go wrong with trying to improve yourself in certain aspects. Always trying to improve yourself, because who knows? What if that is the thing that you need to work on that actually gets you out of where you're at? But I'm not saying that that's going to, because again, sometimes there's just things that you just can't really control. And so for me, for sure, it's my story is that it has helped me a lot, and it has helped me get my self-esteem much higher. And so I really need to focus on a lot of other aspects of my life, which is one of this podcast and like streaming and entertaining. That's something that I really want to focus on and use as getting to the 6 figures, because that's all I got left. You hit this fucking 6-figure mark, dude. Oh my god, Tango Industries. Imagine that, dude. Tango Industries, bro. Holy shit, bro. Like in 3 years, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, bro, Zach and I, bro, we got this merger going. We got his company, my company, bro. We got Tango Industries. We got Zach Incorporated, Tango Industries, Zach Incorporated, bro. They're merging, bro. It's gonna be crazy. They're like rivaling Amazon, that kind of shit.
Rivaling Amazon.
What the fuck are we serving? I have zero clue. But
got a long ways to go. All right.
Yeah.
Start the grind, I guess.
Start listening to some funk music, right? Fucking hell. But yeah, I think for sure having that be like a part of your life, like self-improvement for sure is always good, no matter what situation you're in. If you have something to look forward to, and setting goals is like little goals, it starts to become easier to manage, and it starts to become easier to visualize. Like like when I was like working out, I didn't really pay attention to like my stomach, my abs.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I saw that I had abs, like I have 4 abs, I was like, oh my god,
that's how it starts,
that's
right?
sexy. I was like, okay, I need to find the other 2, which is really hard.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
mm-hmm.
But legitimately, it's like a diet. That's it. You have abs. They're just under your fat tissue. They're just under your skin. You just have to have reduce all of that. You reduce it by eating healthier and making sure that your body digests all everything in a healthy way. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, I need to work on my diet. I'm going to start working on my diet. And then obviously, I mean, I'm still working on it. I'm still going to the gym. Just lately, I had a personal thing going on, so I am back onto it. I'm good. I took some pictures again. I took some pictures yesterday. I look pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I look pretty chill. So yeah, I think for sure self-improvement is a big thing that people should. I think it's something that you should just always try for sure.
Like, do you believe in overworking?
I do. Getting burnt out for sure. I think.
So, how do you manage your burnout if you're working out? If you're trying to produce content, you have your full-time job. Like, aren't you like? I don't know what the right answer. Sorry, I personally don't believe in like burnout, and I get a lot of flack for that. But yeah, I'm just curious as like your take on the whole situation, and like how do you feel about it? What do you do about it?
Yeah, for sure. I think for me, because I have pretty bad ADHD, so when I do get into something, like I get really like invested in it. I legitimately, that's all I think about. That's all I do. And then when I hit a little struggle, like when it's struggling, I stop doing that. It's like, okay, I'm not good enough. I don't want to do it anymore, because then I'm gonna suck. So I just don't want to do it anymore. So when I'm like focusing on doing something, like for example, like working out, streaming, and like now the podcast, and I still got anime to watch, and I got friends to hang out with, and there's just so much that I have to do. But seeing how, because this is the first time in my life that I've been this busy with like every single aspect of my life, with like dating, with like learning things, like learning how to sing, learning Magic the Gathering, streaming, the podcast. Like this is the posting on social media, work going to the gym, having a job, playing soccer, having my own team. Like this is the first time in my life where I've been this busy and I'm still navigating it. So in terms of like getting burnt out, I still don't feel like the burnout. But when I do experience the burnout, mainly like with video games or with like with like 3D modeling. With 3D modeling, I would watch videos like hours. I would have it on my phone while I was 3D modeling for like a solid 3 months. That's all I did, and like I barely ate, I barely slept. I was trying to figure out new things. I was like booleans and like you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, booleans. You know?
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, because you 3D model too, so it's like. But like yeah, so the vertices and all that stuff, and like so I was getting super involved. But after because I was at my partner at the time, she saw how much I was getting involved into it, and so she was very supportive of it. But she saw that like I was barely eating. I wasn't when I would get a little struggle, like when I was struggling a little bit, it would kind of like put me off for like a couple days. And it would get me kind of upset. I'm like, fuck, I can't. I don't know. I'm thinking about it too much. And so then I would get back into it a little bit. But I hit this pretty big like obstacle where it was rigging. So rigging rigging whatever it is that I had made.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah,
if I'm not going to be able to rig, I'm not going to be able to 3D model. So when I hit that, I was like, I'm done. And so I think for a couple of days, I was like actually pretty sad because I was like, fuck, I want to do this. I want to. And then after a couple of days, I was like, I forgot. And I was just like, I forgot what I was sad about. So I'm just going to, go back to video games. And so for me, I think the burnout I experienced the burnout mainly through video games where it was like, I'm just literally just absorbed in video games. But now that I'm like actually doing something productive with all this, maybe me saying I believe in burnout was based off of that. But at the moment, I don't really feel burnt out. I have a lot of shit that I'm doing. And I feel motivated. I feel why did I say it that way? I feel I feel motivated. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm gonna listen to it back. I was like, what the fuck was I thinking? I feel really motivated to do all this stuff. And so yeah, no, I'm involved in so much, and it's like maybe I'll get tired because it's like physically I'll be like, fuck, I did this for this many hours, or oh shit. I still gotta go do this. I still gotta go do that, and I gotta answer this. I gotta answer that, and then oh shit, I forgot I had to schedule this and blah blah. So maybe burnout. Yeah, maybe the burnout hasn't hit me yet. If it ever does, but there's enough going on that it's different. But I don't feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so like when I said I don't believe in burnout, I think the better way to put it is that I don't believe in overworking in the sense of like if you're just doing too much, you get burnt out. There's this theory that burnout is where essentially you're doing something semi-strenuous, but you never get the reward. Because like we run on a reward system, right, as human beings. And so like for instance with your modeling, and I very much relate to that story.
Yeah.
But like you sink so much time into learning these things, and finally it's looking like half decent, but then you're trying to learn rigging, and then after like 3 months you feel like you made almost zero progress and you sunk all this time into it. Because there was never a reward, you're just constantly getting more and more burnt out.
Right.
But if for some reason like you started modeling and after like 2 weeks you pumped out something amazing and things started getting easier to like produce and you're really happy with your results, chances of you getting burnt out would be significantly less because you start enjoying more so what you're doing, and you don't have to put in that like the cognitive load of learning on top of that.
So you're saying I suck, right? I'm
like... Well, I mean, we all suck at everything when we start. The trick is it's finding the payouts and the rewards like in the beginning, because like that's what a lot of masters and stuff like that of anything say. Like at the beginning, it's really fucking hard.
Right.
I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on this podcast.
Oh, yeah, no, I've been swearing the fuck. I've been saying so many. Dude, yeah, no, you're good. By the way, this podcast is PG. No, wait, rated R. Rated R for mature. Wait, dude, I can't wait. Okay, try to emulate the dude. Rated R. M for mature. What the fuck did I... Wait, try to
This
emulate.
podcast is rated M for mature.
There you go. Okay, that was not bad.
Something like
But you know what I'm talking about? He's like very raspy. this. Yeah, I can't do it. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
this. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, all I'm saying is that like what it sounds like to me is that the things that you're doing right now,
Mhm,
like for instance soccer, like you've been probably playing soccer a long time,
mhm,
entertaining is something you really enjoy, so you of course are going to get recharged from it.
mhm, mhm.
Like if you're going to get burnt out, it'll probably be on things like editing podcasts when you first start, and like
Yeah,
social media and like promotions and stuff, because you're like, I don't know how the hell to do any of this shit.
yeah.
So but yeah, I mean, that's why I was curious, because like, and it's
Mhm.
funny because I also get burnt out from video games and stuff, which is why I don't play them anymore.
Right.
I don't play video games very often, and I don't.
Mhm.
I try. I can't have. I'm an addicted. Like I'm addicted to fucking anime, but I try not to watch it except for on like one day a week, because I have such a hard time stopping because of my ADHD. Like once I get
Yeah.
into one, like I can't touch One Piece because it'll be like 3 months that I just watch anime every day, all day.
Bruh.
So.
Dude, I'm currently watching One Piece. Like literally, I started it recently, and I'm on like episode 200 or some shit, like 180 something. And I started it like,
Jesus.
yeah, dude. Like I'm catching up. And like I was actually gonna do this. I was actually gonna be like, what if I watch? Because I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up on One Piece and Attack on Titan. So what I was gonna do was I was gonna have One Piece on one screen and then Attack on Titan on the other. And I was gonna have wait, I was gonna have my Genshin Impact game like on my other screen. So like I was gonna have both two episodes of two different anime playing on one screen, and then have my video game, my Genshin Impact account, like on the other while I was playing,
Mhm.
and then also come up with ideas for like for content. So I was gonna try to
Isn't
do that. Just I was gonna see what the fuck. I was gonna see like maybe if I could like pay attention or like actually retain anything, just as a fun thing to do. But I don't think that's gonna I don't think that's gonna happen. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to try to do it at least just to see, just for myself, just you know. But yeah, no, I think look, being blunt about it, yeah, I think if you're not getting any progress and you're not doing well, like, and you feel like you are sucking, it definitely demotivates you, and it definitely makes you not want to do it. Some
yeah.
people will just keep pushing, and then they'll eventually break through to be like, okay, I reached exactly what I was going to reach. I can keep doing this. There's a renewed
Yeah.
like sense of faith. Like it's like okay, I'm gonna keep doing it. But if you're not progressing, like you stay the same place and you're not progressing, and it just doesn't get any better, you feel like you feel like you do suck. You feel like, oh fuck, I suck. I can't do this anymore. And then yeah, and then you stop. So I think like getting that reward, getting that dopamine of like, okay, I did good, I got that thing, makes you feel good. I want to do more of it,
Mhm.
and I want to feel better. So yeah, I think that's a great way to put it for sure.
Well, I mean, the other thing, I mean, you're probably similar to I was when it comes to things like modeling, where it's like you probably actually were half decent at modeling. Just
Oh,
there,
bro,
the things that you wanted to model, you couldn't, and that's the problem, right?
bro,
Because like
yeah.
a-
Mhm.
after 3 months, you probably like know the shortcuts. You probably like whip through. If somebody else was just starting, you'd be able to like help them through. Like this is how you make a donut. This is how you do sprinkles.
Bro,
Like.
literally that, dude. I swear to God, I took the class, and my ex girlfriend could vouch for this. But like, I took the class, like the first class, and so I was like the first time ever touching Maya, I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, these shortcuts or whatever. Like maybe like the third week of the class, we were given a project to make. It was like first project. The thing that I came up with, like the thing that I had, I basically spent like, because I didn't have a job at the time, so it was just like I was living off of the financial aid. I basically spent like 2 whole like days to just like waking up, modeling for like fucking I don't know how like 12, 14 hours, taking a little break, getting something to eat, showering, go to sleep, wake up again. The thing that I
Mhm.
came up with, I actually, it's one of my, it's the screen that I have on my Twitch. It's like a little, it's a picture of the thing, but the full scale of it was basically like a bachelor's room with like a giant clock. It's like a giant clock and like Roman numerals. And like I textured everything. I made the books look like they had pages. I made the vases. I made the chairs. I made the pillows. Made all of that in like in like a day. It was like a day. I presented it to the class, and then the teacher, I swear to God, the teacher was like, "How long have you been modeling for?" I was like, "Oh, I mean, this is I don't know, like since the start of this class." He was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah." And then he emailed me. He emailed me after the class, but like the conversation was like, "Are you sure Are you sure you're supposed to be in this class?" I was like, "Yes." Like this is my first time. So when I presented it, everybody was like I heard the gasp, like, "Wow!" And then I heard somebody go, "I'm not going after him." It was like for my first ever model, like first ever. I never touched it, and like I learned how to texture. I learned how to like curve. I learned how to make the vertices smaller. I learned how to manipulate the faces for the texture to make it look nicer. I learned so much in like the first like 3 weeks, and like when I put it up there, they were like, "What the fuck? Like holy shit! Like that's really good." And so that gave me like that basically was like, oh, am I good at it? Okay, good. I want to do this forever. Like I want to make sure I'm always good at it.
Yeah.
And then it hit me that there's like difficulties to it. There's like levels to it, and it's so
Hmm.
hard. And I yeah, like you said, it's just when you don't get that dopamine, when you don't get that reward, you kind of just want to stop doing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I also think that there's value in like pursuing the things that you find interesting
Mhm.
to a point where you feel I could push this farther, but I'm not sure I want to.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know, like if you get proficient at something, I think this is a similar to a lot of people that I've met that like do really well in university and then they switch to a different course or they drop out or whatever, even though that they were getting like A's. And it's because they realize like actually like I know where this goes now and I
Mhm.
don't want to go there. So I need to read like direct myself. I think there's nothing wrong with that. That's better than doing nothing, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, so yeah, that's how I that's basically my experience with the 3D modeling, and I guess getting burnt out was that yeah, I think you know not really reaching a point where like I was getting any more rewards, and
Mhm.
no, and I think that's really where the hard work comes from, and that's I think that's really where like people who are meant to do that are kind of like they're kind of like okay, I can keep working through this, and like they end up pushing through. I feel like if you can do that, then maybe whatever it is you're doing, that is for you because maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I imagine a lot of that has to do with managing expectations too, right?
Mhm.
Like when I modeled my first chair, I was like, okay, like I did this because I felt I had to, not because I wanted to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas a lot of people like that are exceptionally good 3D modelers are like, oh my God, I modeled a chair. Now, how can I do it better? How can I do it
Right.
faster?
Right. Right.
You
Right.
know? How can I
Yeah.
do it lower poly? I'm like, thank
Oh.
God I got through the freaking chair. Let me just move on to the next thing.
The
You know?
poly
So
count when you're rendering, dude, and you see like rendering whatever many polys, you're like, fuck, really? Did I use that many? What the fuck? Like how? Like what the hell? And then you
yeah.
realize that. Oh, wait, hold on, wait one second. Sorry, sorry.
No
But
worries.
yeah. So yeah, that's yeah for sure. I know. Yeah, yeah. But when I first saw like the poly count, I was like, 3 million? What the hell? What the hell is 3 million? Why is it 3 million? Yeah. And then you
Well,
realize
now,
like there's like something there's like an object out of you that you forgot about that you pushed out, or like or you were working on it. You were working on it to see if something worked. Like you added extra lines. You split it,
mhm.
and then you were like, okay, what if I oh this looks good, and then you hide it or you move it, and you're like, okay, good, I'm gonna work on the model, see if how to do that. And you're like, you didn't delete it because it's like, oh, I'll work on it later. I'll just try to change something, and then you forget about it. You're like,
Mhm.
oh shit. You're like going through the layers, and you're like, why the fuck? Why am I not? Where is this thing? Where is it at? You're like, oh shit, I hit it. But yeah, no, I used Maya. What do you use?
I've used Maya before, but I was
Hmm?
using Blender when I first learned.
Yeah.
For actually, I've spent most of my time using Blender,
Mm-mm.
and it was okay. And I mean, like, it's funny you're talking about like polycount because I remember when I first started, especially when I started trying to get into characters and stuff, which I never really got as because that's what I really wanted to do. I was just never very good at it.
Right.
like doing the remeshing and like, like
Mm.
going through and making like the low poly version and then
Right.
baking it over top.
Mhm.
All that stuff was like, holy jeez, man, I'm just I'm not cut out for this work. Like, and then they introduced the new Unreal Engine. They're like, you can have millions of polys and it doesn't even matter. It's like, oh, well,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
But
And a part of me was like, a part of me also thinks that we're, I don't know, it was like, okay, but they already have their own models. Like people already have their own models. Why am I going to become some 3D modeler if there's already this already out there? Like, what can I do?
right.
What can I do differently, or what can I add? What me specially? Because I want to be special, dude. I always want to be special. I always want to be me. I don't care. I don't want to be generic. I want to be me. I want to be, somebody thinks of something amazing. It's me, right? That's what I want to do. It's
Mhm.
like when I was looking at it, I feel generic. I feel like if I make a chair, there's millions of chairs and there's millions of chairs that are better than the one I can make. So
Yeah.
that kind of like was like fuck. So what am I actually working towards? What am I going to specialize in? And that is a huge, huge problem for me. Like specializing
Yeah.
something, sticking to something is like a gigantic hurdle in my life. Just in my life. I cannot decide. I'm so indecisive about everything.
hmm
And so that kind of
Well,
was
it
the
sounds
problem.
like you.
Mhm.
Sorry, go
No,
ahead.
no,
I
no.
didn't mean to cut you off.
No, no, that was it. Yeah.
Okay. All I was gonna say is like it sounds like you suffer from the same thing as me, which is like you need to have a certain level of control. Like the
Mhm.
problem with modeling is like if you work even for a small studio, if you're really good at modeling, the majority of what you're going to be doing is modeling. And then like
Mhm.
you might do modeling and then texturing. And it's like and then you might do modeling, texturing, and then rigging. But you're never going to do modeling, rigging, texturing, animations, um, game like controls. Like you're not going to do all of it.
Mhm.
It's just too much. Otherwise, you have to outsource somewhere if you're going to do that.
Right.
And it's like I don't like. I just want to be able to make stuff, and I can't. If
Yeah.
I got hired as a company, I'd be like one small piece of this massive puzzle, and I want to be
Right.
a big piece.
I wa- exactly. You know what I'm saying?
As
I
you
want to
said, you
be
want to be
special,
important.
dude. I want to be different, Not because
Yeah.
like just because look, I want to be different because I feel like I am. That's I don't know. But not like I feel like I want to just I want to give something that only I can give. I want to give people like I want to be able to have people like just like have I want to be able to spread like I want I want to be able to spread myself. What the fuck am I saying, dude?
You spreading your seed
Yeah.
now? What are you
I
going
want a
on
bunch of
about?
different me's out there. No, I just I want to be I just want people to know me. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like generic. I want to be me. I want people to know me, not. Does that make sense? I don't know,
Yeah, it makes
but
sense.
yeah. So that's kind of what. And yeah, when I went to college for it, it was college is a really really interesting experience too, because you see it a lot in like movies and stuff, and you're like, is it really like that? And then you go, you're like, it's not like that at all.
No, it's not.
It's not anything like that. People don't give a shit. They're just doing their own thing, and you make friends, but like it's not going to be like, you know, like this super like dramatic type of shit. Like it's just people are just their own thing. They got their own thing. You go to school. You go to school for a couple of days, and you come back, or maybe you're at home. You get homework, and if you complete it, you complete it. If you don't, you fucking failed. Like it's like that. And so I was influenced for sure a little bit, like expecting like a certain experience in college. I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be parties and thetas and kappas and all that shit. Nah, dude, fucking, you go. You're like, all right, I don't have anything to do today. What am I gonna do? Nobody invited me to any cool ass parties. Kyle didn't say anything to Patricia. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever the fuck their name. Like there's no
Mhm.
popular kids in like college, or at least I wasn't a part of that. So maybe it is true. I just wasn't part of it. Maybe I wasn't like in that sphere. But to me, it was
Yeah.
just like, all right, I'm gonna go eat McDonald's. I'm gonna get into Bart. And I'm gonna go to McDonald's. Cool. Um, but yeah, that was essentially my experience in college wasn't too like crazy. I did make friends, but it wasn't.
Mhm. It's funny because like a really good friend of mine, he went to university. When I first like moved out to Edmonton, he was um, one of the frat boys. So I went to a couple frat parties and like saw some of that life. And that's a lot more like the shows and the movies.
Right.
Like there's definitely an aspect of it of like people are partying hard, people are studying hard. When I actually went to college though, like I didn't go into dorms or anything. I
Hmm.
was literally like it felt almost like a job. And one I
Yeah.
enjoyed because it was like wake up, go to school, get to learn about shit that I want to learn about.
Yeah.
And then like at the end of the day, I'd either go and to another job, which I liked a lot less, or I'd be going home to work on more stuff. Like that was like life,
Yeah. Yeah. It
and I
definitely
was cool
does.
with
Right?
that.
Yeah.
But no, I agree that like it's amazing how different people's university and colleges experiences can be.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, for sure. For sure, there is that. There are those parties. There are those fraternities and all that. There is that. But I think what I experienced wasn't that. So maybe my college experience. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
graduated,
mean,
but like it sucked though. Like fuck, like boring as fuck, you know. But no, 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 no. I was. I mean, I was in a relationship at the time, so it's like it. You know, I had my own thing going. Like I had a life.
yeah,
Like it was nothing crazy. I mean, I did enjoy my time. I learned a lot, and definitely really happy for that. And and actually, uh, one of the first jobs that I ever had, like when I moved to Oregon, was working as a chef, and I was going to school as a chef. I was going to school, and I was also I was working as a chef, and so it was interesting when I was like, okay, I can't come into work today because I have to do this. I can't come into work, which is the only. I think it's like one of the only that working in the food industry, and I think in the in the what's it called? Working as a and in the retail is probably like one of the few places where you can just call out and just like be okay after a couple days. But
yeah.
like my experience was like, okay, I have homework and then I got to go to work the next day. I need to finish this midterm. Okay, I'm gonna call out tomorrow, and then they'll be like, all right, well not tomorrow, all right, whatever. And then I stayed at that job for like years. But yeah, my experience was like homework, going to work, homework, going to work, homework, going to work, and then yeah, playing video games.
Hmm.
That was
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like yeah, I think it would be very different of an experience if you didn't have to work,
mm,
if you didn't have to like if you weren't with a partner, and if you were like 18 years old when you first hit there and you're living in dorms. I think that experience is so different compared to being like a little bit older or working or
right.
having a partner, and like then you just go to school to do your schoolwork and then you go home and do whatever. Like school is like you're separated from the school, so you only have to be there for certain occasions,
Mm-hmm.
mainly class, obviously. And so, but like somebody that's there and is like living in dorms, like people party in dorms all the time in every school, as far as I
Yeah.
know. um, and people that are like part of all the different clubs, that's a huge part. And I feel like you're really into the different things going on in the school. Like a lot of schools have on-campus bars and stuff like that.
Oh, that's true.
I,
Yeah, that's true.
I was I was never a big part of any of that, but like
Mm-hmm.
for sure, guaranteed that there's some people partying and having a good time
Yeah,
there.
dude, having orgies, threesomes, all that shit. Bruh.
I don't know about that, but probably like
Oh, for sure, definitely. No, there's got to be,
you
dude. I
know.
mean, where else are they happening? You know, as you know,
True.
yeah, I'm saying.
It's true.
But yeah, no, I think I really I'm glad I went because it's helped me a lot, especially with like I mean I'm one of the biggest things that I'm really happy for was like getting my job as a chef because like I learned how to cook and I had a
Hmm.
cooking stream and people saw me cook. I was a little nervous when I was doing it, not because like I get nervous cooking, but just because I was like nervous trying to talk to chat, but then also cooking and then also making sure I didn't do anything stupid or at least people like it's like when I'm cooking and I'm cooking like I'm cooking like meat or something, like you have to make sure you
Hmm.
sanitize it. But I don't have it like typically when I'm working in the kitchen, you have to sanitize everything. You have to send it to clean everything, clean. Like you're done cutting this meat, you have to go to take the cutting board back, use sanitize your, like wash your knife, sanitize it, wash the table, sanitize it. That's it, right? That's, you have to do that because bacteria, all that shit. But when you're at home,
Mhm.
sometimes you're just like, I don't have any sanitizer. You don't, not everyone has sanitizer. So like I was like cleaning, and then I was like washing my knife and stuff, and I was like, well, shit, I don't have any sanitizer. I was like, okay, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And then in my head, I'm like getting nervous. I'm like getting more nervous. Like, okay, but what if they say like, oh, you didn't sanitize, or oh, hey, well, you didn't clean this right, or you didn't clean that right? I was like, and then in my head, I'm having these arguments of like, okay, yeah, but like I'm clean. I'm not gonna get allergic to it. I'm not allergic to it. Like I was having these discussions in my head while I'm cooking and I'm talking to chat, and
Yeah.
people were like, hey, relax, calm down. I was like, yeah, I'm having like 4 different conversations at the moment, guys. Like I can't come, like, you know. So it was like it was definitely like a little bit of a struggle, but what came out at the end was wonderful, and it was a Genshin Impact dish, and I really it was
Nice.
actually pretty delicious. And so I want to have another cooking stream. This house that we got, this house that we moved into now, it's much better. It's much more spacious, and the stove looks much nicer. So maybe I'll set it up one day to where I can do another cooking stream, but this time not really. Just have like just cook something nice,
Hmm.
and then I think would be really good to look at, because again, thirst traps. Again, I got to make sure people look at me and be like, oh damn, oh, let's get some money, you know. But yeah, do you cook?
Yeah, actually, it's really funny. Like, I want to take a second just to like appreciate because I actually was a professional cook for
Ooh,
about 2 years,
nice.
and I gotta tell you, like, anyone that's out there that's a cook or a chef, kudos, because that is probably the most stressful job. It's a lot of fun, but it's probably the most stressful job I've ever done. And I've done a lot of random ass jobs.
Yes,
Just
chef.
because it's like, it's so high paced. It's so like if you get something wrong, it's just like disastrous.
Mhm.
And one wrong, like if you screw up something, it can just like lead to a whole line, like bunch of screw ups one after another, and that is the worst thing to happen in a kitchen in
Oh,
a
for sure.
restaurant.
Yeah.
And so it's just like I really enjoyed it because love the pressure, but also one small fuck up and you're done. And
Yeah.
also don't get paid nearly as much as they should,
No,
but
absolutely.
like what can you do when you're trying to keep people's food also a reasonable price? It's all a tough game.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. And like
But
one of the things that I really enjoyed working there was the people. It's the
mhm.
people along the way that you, it's the friends. That's what's important.
Yeah.
No, they're some of my best friends. I still talk to them, like these three 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Shout out to Javi, shout out to Paulo, shout out to Danny, shout out to Seth. That is 4. Okay, great. It's I needed to count because I didn't know how many. I need to say their names so I can count. So they're some of my best friends. They're some of my best friends. And so working with them for like years, we all kind of struggled, and we all kind of like understand that like working in the food industry can be pretty tough, especially when you have to work those extra long hours prepping all the food,
Mhm.
and then like all the food, like somebody made a mistake, somebody left the oven on, somebody forgot to take this out, somebody didn't prep this, somebody, it's still frozen, there's still this, you gotta hurry up, you gotta, like, oh my god, where's the
Yeah.
desserts, like all this shit. And especially when you're going catering, because sometimes they would send like 3 of us out, and these are the 3 of us that would do catering, like 50, 20 people.
Mhm.
Like sometimes we would forget shit, we're like, oh my god, we didn't prep this, oh my god, we didn't prep, so we have to like fucking hurry up and just like cut.
Yeah.
And so yeah, working, I really, I wouldn't change that job, my experience there, for anything, because it's like I learned how to cook, and I made some of the best friends I could ever ask for, and so yeah, I'm really, they're always asking me to move back to Oregon. They're always been like, bro, when are you coming back, bro? Leave Cali, dude. Fuck that place, bro. Come back over here. They're always like, bro, get the fuck back here. So yeah, but for sure, working at a kitchen is, it's a tough job. It's really tough. But I had
Mhm.
a lot of fun prepping. I had a lot of fun cutting. I had a lot of fun cooking, and recipes, and all that. And but yeah, I'm happy that I'm glad to know that you also appreciate the chefs themselves, because
Oh
it's really
yeah.
nice. I feel
Yeah. I
appreciated. I
mean,
appreciate
it's
you.
I appreciate you too.
I appreciate you appreciating me. I appreciate you for appreciating me to appreciate.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's so funny that you're a cook.
Yeah.
Well, a chef.
Yeah.
But
Cook. I'll say cook. But yeah, no. Yeah. That's what I did for, and um, it was a lot of fun. I wouldn't go back to it. I mean, right now I'm doing accounting. I wouldn't go back to it ever again. But I'm really glad
okay.
I was. And yeah, I'm done with the food industry. I don't want to work in it anymore, unless it's got to do with my mom's food truck. So I think that's the
Right.
way I'd go. Hey, bruh, what's up, ma? Want to run the food truck, bruh? Okay, ma, I got you. All right, G, dab it up. That was yours. That's the only way I think I would go back into.
No,
Yeah,
that's fair.
yeah. Uh,
So,
huh. Yeah.
no, it's okay. We can move on. I was gonna ask you about accounting and get into that, but
Yeah, we can get into accounting. So the reason why I got into it was just because of a office job, and that's kind of what. So the biggest reason for getting into accounting was I started working at a bank, and then I went to an account coordinator, and then now I'm in accounting. And so the reason why it's a huge switch in what I was originally doing was because I wanted to find a job that's remote so I could travel and it was like go to the Philippines, live in the Philippines because I you seriously have no idea how much I love the Philippines. Like I can't explain how well I can't explain how much I love it, but like it's just it's something that I thoroughly I miss wholeheartedly. I miss that. I miss it so much. And so
Mhm.
one of the biggest things was like, okay, how can I live over there with like a salary and like be able to afford everything that I want to be able to afford? And if I can somehow get a remote job, or somehow this becomes a bit someone this becomes
Mm,
something pretty nice,
yeah.
and I can make a living off of this and just have I can do it remotely. I would love to be over there for a while because of how much I love it. And so I got into that because the office job, and I was just looking for a remote job. And so they were like, "Okay, cool. You have some office experience. We'll get you this. We'll give you the opportunity." And so I in there and did the account coordinator, which is fucking. That thing isn't is it's not like super stressful, but it was stressful. Nowhere near as stressful as it is being a chef for sure. Like being a cook. That's
Yeah.
but a different kind of stress. A different like fuck. Did I email this person? Fuck. Okay, I forgot to do this. Oh, like damn, I didn't email this, or like oh they got back to me. I didn't see it until like way late and blah 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 blah. So now I'm in
Mhm.
accounting because it's another office job, and I think it'll look good on my resume. So that way when I for remote jobs, do something data entry. So that's kind of what
Yeah, there you
it's
go.
going with. So, yeah. But
Okay, that's cool.
let's move. Let's talk a little bit about your business. Let's go there a little bit because I want to be able to. I feel like we should get to it. And we can kind of talk about it, and then see kind of see towards what you're trying to do.
Yeah, for sure. What do you want to know?
Well, I would love to know how it is that you like. What is it that you? How would we find out what type of business you have? Like, what is it that you're offering services?
Well, okay. I have a design agency called Dieforge Designs. You can find it at dieforge.com.
Mhm.
Basically, what I do is I try to build like exceptionally not just beautiful but functional websites that convert to actual clicks and you know leads and that sort
Mhm.
of thing.
Mhm.
That's the majority of what I do. I also do like business cards, and I've done brochures, pamphlets, I've done banners, and a couple of other things for a couple of other people. But right now, I'm trying to focus on being the absolute best as I can, or at like the website game,
Mhm.
basically.
Mhm.
It's like one product, one actor, as they say.
Mhm.
So yeah, I
Awesome.
mean that's what it's all about. It's like very modern and chic designs.
Cool. And if there's like a portfolio that you have, you how do you spell the name of the website?
It's DY and then Forge,
Okay,
FORGE.
eyforge.com.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Perfect.
actually recently pulled down. Okay, so I have a little story.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Hit us. Hit us.
But I was talking to a gentleman, and he was like looking to get some work done, and he was asking me about my portfolio. And so I gave him my portfolio, and he came back to me, and he was asking me like a couple of designs I had were just mock-ups,
Mhm.
and a couple of them I had mock-ups for people that didn't end up taking the designs. Because what I usually do is I say what I will design like a logo, or I'll design a website or something totally free, and then I'll like if you like it, then we can move on from there,
Mhm.
and you can like pay for services. Sometimes they don't take the design,
Mhm.
but I still put one of them in my portfolio. And so this guy like tore me a new one, being like, "So you stole this guy's information and like so
Mhm.
that's not exactly how that happened." But I guess yeah, so I took down my portfolio and I was like, okay, now I'm going to do a little bit more in-depth detail on my portfolio of like what exactly I did, how I helped clients, like these are mock-ups or this is whatever, so that that doesn't happen again where somebody feels
Right.
like I'm stealing someone's information, because like that just hit me the wrong way. I was like, that is not at all what I wanted to do or make
Yeah,
you feel like.
I feel
So
like I wouldn't put identity theft under your arsenal, to be honest. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be like, yeah, no,
yeah.
you guys looking for some new identities? We got Zach over here offering.
Yeah, that's what I do, man. No, it was just one of those. It was one of those learning moments where I
Yeah,
was
for
like,
sure.
nobody said anything, but it makes total sense. I don't
Yeah,
want that to be an
definitely.
issue or associated with me. So,
Awesome.
my portfolio is currently down for a little bit, but it should be back up within the next week.
Awesome, awesome. So
It'll
if
it'll be
anybody,
improved.
yeah, dyforge.com, please go check them out. And if you need anything, obviously, please reach out to them as well. We can, I don't know if you have anything that we can message you or ask you about, and anything. How can other people reach you too? What are their
Yeah,
socials?
I mean, if you need something done for design and that kind of thing, you can always hit me up at zach@dieforge.com. Honestly, at the moment, I have like a reasonable amount of room for new clients.
Mhm.
And even if you just want like, if somebody's just looking for some designs or whatever, just let me know that you heard it here, and I'll probably give you a design for free, and we can probably work some stuff out. I'm happy
Oh.
to help the community with whatever projects they're working on.
yo, yo, I heard that and my
Limited
heart
time
skipped a
offer.
beat. Holy shit, bro. This guy, oh my lord. Dude, thank you. I appreciate that. And also if you just want to ask him questions about anime or ask him questions about about accounting or anything like that, you can reach out to him about that. No, wait,
Yeah.
and a quick question.
Yes.
All right, and they don't think about it. It's just okay. It's just all right. Don't even think about it.
Okay.
All right. Zachary or Zachariah?
Zachary.
Nice. Okay. All right. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I haven't. There was nowhere I'm going with that. I just wanted to just. Yeah. I don't know. Just wanted,
Yeah, no
just wanted
Zachary all
to.
the way.
Yeah. Not Zachariah. All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, man. Yeah. I think we should. I think we should call it there. I feel like we got a decent amount. Like, honestly, I wanted to ask you more about anime and stuff, and I wanted to ask you more about like other like fun stuff that you got going on. But I feel like we could definitely have that for a different episode, a different occasion, a different visit for us, and so people could and we could see what maybe somebody has questions or maybe there's topics that they would like for us to discuss and stuff like that. But
Absolutely.
for now, I think we reached a good stopping point, so people can understand a little bit more about you and me and our journey and what we got going on. Again, I would love for everyone to check out my very good friend Zach, the Music Man, Zach Gamer Attack, Zach Attack, Zach not Zach Braff, Zach Zach Galifianakis, not that. Um,
Zach. Wrong Zach, wrong Zach.
Zach
Uh,
Zachary, not Zachariah. But yeah, please go check them out. And then I'll be able to link all your socials and stuff. If you want to just send me those, I could link them down in I think
yeah,
in the
for
description
sure,
below.
for sure.
I'll link your socials, and I should actually get that from everyone. So I need to hit up Juice for that too. I forgot. But
Well,
again,
thank
if
you so much, Mike.
Yeah, of course. Is there anything you want to say? Maybe like a sponsorship. Give me. You know what? Just tell me who's this episode sponsored by? Anything you want. Yours. Anything silly. Just literally anything. Go ahead.
This episode is sponsored by Dieforge Designs. You can find us at dieforge.com. Find your new website, new design, and new identity over there. All right.
That was beautiful.
Thank you so much.
That was amazing.
I appreciate you, Mike.
Absolutely. Okay, thanks. That's gonna do it for today. Much love, dude. I appreciate it. And again, thank you everyone for listening. If you stuck around, if you didn't, it's fine. You had to go do stuff. I don't know.
No, fuck you. I don't
Yeah,
want to come back and do the rest of
you
this.
bitch. Okay, I'm gonna have another one ready, man. So again, thanks. I had such a blast, bro. I had such a blast, and I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna be super happy, and hopefully they reach out. Again, thanks so much, everyone. Again, this is another wasn't what? No lights, no camera, all action. There it is. I'm gonna remember my name. I'll remember my name. I'm gonna swear to God, I'm gonna remember. All right, bye.